Now, today's glorious sunshine versus yesterday's howling wind and rain is a reminder that the weather can change in a matter of hours, especially this time of year.
As if it were needed, that reminder. So all the more reason for drivers across the Midlands to be prepared for the worst. Andy Bevan recently got some on-the-road advice from those who know best.
Remember this? Well, it'll be with us again before we know it. So now is the time to make sure you're one step ahead of the winter weather. Now, personally, I'm not much good under the bonnet, but I know a man who is, RAC patrolman Will Shepherd.
The bits that you need to sort of look at really are in yellow, so Ford have made it lovely and easy for you to check this car. Right, so there's your power steering fluid, there's your coolant, there's your screen wash, your oil level here, and that's where you put your oil into there. We're good to roll?
Time to get on the road.
Yep.
In his 7 years on the road, Will's fixed every problem from a blown fuse to kids locked in cars. Not surprisingly though, now is his busiest time of year.
So the winter's almost here. What's the most common problem people make with their cars in the run-up to winter?
It's battery-related problems. Flat tyres can happen all through the year, to be honest, but in February of this year, when it was really cold, we attended over 50,000 battery-related breakdowns. Let's make sure there's enough air in it for you then, and then we can get it on for you. All right. The customer's had a flat tyre, pretty straightforward case of changing the wheel over. His spare wheel though is a bit on the worn side, it's not a new tyre. As soon as the snow and that arrives, worn tyres aren't going to give you the grip that they should. It is a very, very varied job, and you never know what your next one will be. It is a really strange thing with breakdowns. It changes hour on hour, and 1 minute one area can be busy and the next minute it's somewhere else.
And where there's will, there's a way, even if that means grappling around on the ground to repair a disconnected gear stick.
There's two little linkages that go into this gearbox, and because the gearbox, the remote's all loose, the chances are one of these cables have just come off. We'll start one side and then try the other one if this isn't where the fault is.
When the white stuff finally arrives, the gritters will stop the gridlock, but it only takes one broken down vehicle to cause mayhem, so make sure it's not yours.
So we could have some extreme weather coming up soon. What precautions should people be taking with their cars?
Spare clothing or extra clothing, so if you do get in a breakdown situation, the car can get cold quite quickly, so extra jumpers and blankets and things for you and your passengers. Carry a pair of boots in the car, you never know when you have to get out, that's the problem. Make sure you know where you actually are going and you know what route that you're taking, because sometimes we have customers that break down on the motorway and they're just following the sat-nav, and to be honest they don't know exactly whereabouts on the motorway they are.
Let's be honest, when it comes to breaking down, we all think it won't happen to us until it does. Will Shepherd might love being out in all weathers, but I bet you'd rather it was him than you. Andy Bevan, Central Tonight.
You haven't done your winter check, have you?
Not yet.
I can tell the look on your face.
I'm going to.
Do it, or get somebody else to do it. Now, breweries in the Midlands